You don't chase the people who give you the most. Think about it, that specific knot in your stomach when a text goes unread by that one person. Even when 5 other friends have already replied. That's not random. It's a pattern. And it feels absolutely desperate. There's a reason your brain gets so hooked on approval from someone who rarely gives it. Psychologists call this intermittent reinforcement. It's like a slot machine for your brain. BF. Skinner explored this idea, when a reward is unpredictable. When you don't know when you're going to get it. Your dopamine system stays incredibly engaged. You keep pulling that lever. Right? Just hoping for the jackpot. That scarcity creates a powerful drive. You crave that validation because it's so rare. When they finally do offer a crumb of praise, it feels massive. Disproportionately good. This isn't about being weak or needy. It's about how our brains get wired. That intense drive for approval can often link back to really early experiences. What John Bowlby talked about with attachment patterns. If you had inconsistent care or validation growing up, your brain learns to really work for it. So when you encounter someone now who's also inconsistent with their praise, it triggers that old system. Your brain goes into overdrive trying to earn what feels scarce. It's not about them being good or bad. It's about the powerful, almost addictive nature of the unpredictable reward. It makes you try harder, not less. Think about the last time someone ignored your efforts. How did that feel? You probably felt a little frustrated, right? Maybe even a little confused. This happens because your brain registers the absence of a reward as a signal to intensify your efforts. Not to give up. This isn't just about romantic relationships or friendships. Either. It plays out in professional settings, with family members, or any situation where you're seeking recognition. Wait. Is it really just about one person, or are others involved too? While there's often a primary target for this kind of attention-seeking, the underlying mechanism can apply to any source of unpredictable validation. It's like your brain develops a blind spot for consistent kindness from others. Instead fixating on the tantalizing possibility of a rare compliment from that one difficult person. Skinner's work on operant conditioning really illuminated this. He showed how animals, and by extension humans, become conditioned to repeat behaviors when rewards are unpredictable. The anticipation of a potential reward, even a small one, keeps the behavior going much longer than if the reward was consistent or never given at all. It's a powerful motivator. Your brain's dopamine system, responsible for seeking and anticipating pleasure, stays highly active in these scenarios. It's always on alert, constantly scanning for the next hint of approval. John Bowlby's research on attachment also offers some insight here. Early experiences with caregivers who provided inconsistent responses can shape a person's internal working models of relationships. This means you might unconsciously seek out or feel drawn to dynamics that mirror those early patterns. You're not trying to recreate a difficult past, rather. Your brain is operating on a learned expectation of how validation works. It's a deeply ingrained pattern. The scarcity of approval from certain individuals can feel, paradoxically, familiar and therefore compelling. It keeps you engaged in a cycle of wanting what's just out of reach. What does it tell us about how our brains learn to value different kinds of attention? The brain's dopamine keeps you guessing and craving more, creating a powerful loop. This chemical messenger, dopamine, isn't just about pleasure, it's primarily about anticipation. It's the drive that says, maybe next time. That inconsistent feedback lights up the brain regions associated with reward expectation even more intensely than consistent praise. Think about it, if someone always gives you validation, your brain learns to predict it. The dopamine response actually decreases over time because the outcome is certain. But when the reward is unpredictable, when that praise or attention only comes sometimes, the dopamine stays highly active, almost on high alert. Oh. And here's another thing, this pattern starts in childhood attachments. If a child's primary caregiver was sometimes responsive and sometimes distant, that inconsistent dynamic can set up a template for seeking validation from those who provide it sparingly. You learn to work harder for connection, associating effort with potential reward. This isn't about blaming anyone, it's about understanding a deep-seated behavioral mechanism. The drive to achieve that elusive recognition feels like a fundamental need. So, the question isn't just why you chase it, but what makes that particular chase feel so essential? Why do we fixate on those inconsistent responses? But how does this pattern get so deeply ingrained? The brain's dopamine, which anticipates pleasure, stays highly engaged when a reward is unpredictable. We become addicted to the possibility of praise more than the praise itself. Skinner's research on operant conditioning showed how powerful intermittent reinforcement is across species. Pigeons would peck a lever hundreds of times for a food pellet delivered randomly, far more often than for a pellet delivered consistently. That same principle applies to us. Our brains keep us hooked, constantly scanning for that elusive positive signal, even when it rarely appears. Imagine if you could stop chasing external validation. What would that freedom feel like? We're all susceptible to these subtle psychological tricks that exploit our primal wiring. If early caregivers were inconsistent in their responses, our brains might learn to associate inconsistency with the potential for connection, making us more prone to chasing it later. Understanding this dynamic provides a new lens. It's about recognizing the wiring, not judging the impulse. Your brain isn't broken, it's just following a very old, very strong program. The possibility here lies in observing that program in action. Can you simply notice when you're caught in the loop of chasing scarce validation? Just that awareness can be a profound first step.